Greetings, boys and girls. I am Andy Dion from ZL Entertainment, and today we are here to do some game jam games that I recently took part of. And I decided I might as well record myself doing something. I have not made a video in almost a year. And anyways, for this is the order we will be playing them. Gonna play them in the order they were submitted. We're also gonna start with Drifty, which, funny enough, is the first game here. And we're gonna end with my game, which, funny enough, is the last one. I'll talk about my game more once we get to it, but for now we're gonna go here. Anything interesting in here? Nope. Alright, let's play. Alright, looks like it's full screen. What exactly is going on? We got it. We got some room at the bottom here too, so that's cool. Is this recording my... It says capturing the cursor. Well, let's hope they're not being dumbasses. Oh boy, long time since I recorded. Alright, let's just play. I don't know what to do anymore. YouTube is weird. So, yeah, apparently this theme is based on money. There were 4 themes. I guess I can quickly say what the 4 themes while it loads. There was mining, there was needing money, pirates, and then alien abduction escape. Alright.
Hi, welcome to my game jam entry. This game was created so that I could learn how to use RPig bacon engine basics. So I'm pretty sure there's gonna be some bacon in here.
Man, that's a great voice. Sorry, Drifty. Hope this game is fun, but I apologize in advance if it's not. Either way, thanks for giving it a shot. The object of the game is to have as much money as possible when you run out of time. Countdown starts at 15 minutes, but battles reduce timer by a set amount of value. Cool, you can activate stuff. Energy turns into food, which turns into wood, which turns into ore, which turns into metal, which ultimately you can sell to the old man over there. Hi, me tinkles! Good luck! Have fun! And let's see how much money you can make in the end of the game! I already forgot what to do. What are you? Yeah, why not? Meow, 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 meow. Yeah, let's go for that. Nice. Oh, that was easy.
I did it!
What's this? That's cool. Yay! Can I run? I can. Oh, and there's Wazdi. Cool. Not right now. Oh, what's this? Give me this. I want the mushroom tip. I don't think I need food. What's this? Spend 100 energy, food, wood, and ore. Not right now. What's here? Nope. What's here? Oh, okay. What's this? Oh, so these are just... Okay, I'm getting it. I probably should have actually read the thing to read it. Okay, so we need food. Yeah, sure. Nice, we have food now. What's this? 1-to-1, so I get what, 60 more? Interesting. So I use energy to get this stuff activated. Does it? Can you activate all of them and just go back and forth? But does that not? Well, let's just see then. Well, I don't. Wait, I do now. It looks like they're both here. Do not have that much wood though. Oh, my goal for the money is to get 69. If I can make that much, then we'll win the game. I had 69 wood. That was funny. 2 energy for 1. Wow, that's great conversion rates there. What is this? Conversion rates between Canada and the US? Oh, that was from food to wood. Well, whatever. Okay, so this is the ore. So we need energy, food, and wood. Oh, so we need 100 of each? That's a lot. Alright. At 666. Awesome. So what do we do now? How does this convert? Okay, yeah, sure, why not? I like how we don't have a full ore. Like, it's a float value. It's a beautiful thing. So do we have like little pixies just giving us wood and food and energy at all times? Because that's kind of interesting. Alright, let's get ourselves some food. Well, let's get ourselves some wood. And now let's get ourselves some more ore. The rest of this stuff can replenish pretty easily. Maybe not exactly the wood, but wait here until we get the wood all the way up, if you know what I mean. Why does it sound like we're listening to Sims music? There we go. Oh, our house grew. What is this, the land of Oz? Can I go in my house now? Whoa! I moved it. Whoa. Yeah, sure. Interesting. It has been moved. Oh, now I can sell it for money? Maybe. There we go. Now let's convert into some wood. Let's get some ore. Hello. Wondrous. And now let's make some more metal. Hopefully it's power. Get it? Power metal? Oh, I guess I'm gonna get way past 69. Alright, let's sell all. Let's go in here and buy stuff. Let's get some boots, I guess. And a sword. I guess one of these, perhaps. Cool. The only thing we need now is... actually, I think that's all we need. Whoops. Alright, bye. Okay, I think what we're wearing for the torso is good enough as it is. So let's just sell the crap that we want to sell. Which I guess was one thing. Hello, slime. Attack! That was easy. What about this thing? That was easy. Alright. Alright, I tried fighting... Oh, wait, no, another boss came about. Let's go for it. That's a gross looking mouth it has there. Cannibal flower, does that mean it eats other flowers? Oh, okay, I get it now. Ah, we're starting to see attacks not do very well. Still did it. Oh, let me guess, that's the final boss. I guess we don't need it. But I could use some health. There we go. Hello, sir. It's the ghostly dragon. There we go. I'm gonna guess that fire's not gonna do anything to it. Nice. Alright, I'm good with fighting on that stuff. Let's go here. Nice. Let's go here. Oh, tree moved. It wanted to say hi. $10.22. It's a beautiful thing, don't you know? I like how I can just run around and my energy doesn't deplete. It's a beautiful thing, don't you know? Yep. Is that a letter on the ground? Or is that where the money was inside of? Bam, bam. I'm just waiting for the time to run out. $11.22. How interesting. I think when there's about 10 seconds left. Let's see. How long does it take me? Go there, do stuff. Go there, do stuff. Go there, do stuff. Go there, do stuff. And then go here and do stuff. So almost 20 seconds. So just to be on the safe side, I'll go back to the place when there's about 25 seconds left. Hey animals, monsters, you can't get me. I'm the best. I defeated you all. I'm the best. Is it getting dark in the game? Kind of looked like it was for a moment. I wonder how far the energy could go up. We'll see how much I can get. Thank you. Thank you. Didn't mean to bump into you the first time even. Alright. Yeah, I know, cutting it really close here. Just like I did for the Game Jam game where I literally had 1 minute before I turned it in. And boink. 1800. Alright. And I think that's that for that game. Well, that was weird. Let's see. Alright. Well, you know what? I'm going to rate it now. Luckily, I don't have to show that. I think it's time to go to the next game. Aivale. Alright. It took a lot longer to try and get recorded. Or on the screen. Whatever. Alright, let's get the options. Well, a lot of stuff here, surprisingly. Alright. let's see. I don't know. I don't have any idea what the theme is for this, so we'll kind of like we'll see together, I suppose. Felt like it was just yesterday that I woke up in this world. Kind of feeling weird that even Drifty had a story for his, and I kind of didn't. Well, I mean, I had a story for mine, but you know, I didn't show it. Okay, they went with alien abduction. Where do you gotta go? Oh, I guess not. Maybe it was just them being weird. I don't know. Yeah. Oh, it's mining? Wow, I had no idea. I think they just kind of referenced all of them. Alright. That was 8 of them, right? Okay. Well, I guess we'll do more than 8. I'm surprised there's no music. Most people always... You know, they always try to do tons of music in their game. I'm glad. Not like there would be any music going on anyway. I don't know about you, but I don't have music that just randomly follows me throughout the day. $200. She did? Where is she? Did we put her in our pocket? She a fairy? What is this place? Okay, so we're going to a tavern that looks like it has a an anvil on it. So, okay, there we go. True enough, I suppose. Similar story to mine on that part, at least. This has way more dialogue than I expected. If only I felt like speaking. But I'm pretty sure everybody can read, right? You know how to read. Of course, the difference for, even though it was a similar story to mine, the difference is it's an actual corporation that owns the mine, not just a single person. I was making social commentary, but I'm guessing nobody understood that since nobody mentioned it. Recalp. That's cool. Wait, did I just guess the right place? Why do I always do that? I wanted to explore first. That's like this weird problem I have is I'm just like, okay, let's go explore, and then I explore the correct way to like continue the story. And it's really weird. Like, any game I play, it's like 80 to 90% that's what happens. So they basically had the same idea that I had, but they actually made their own art. Okay. Well, at least somebody had my story out there. That's all I care about. I'm barely paying attention to all the story, most regrettably. What's here? Yeah, well. I'm guessing we work today. Again. The deep mines. Oh, similar to mine. Jeez, did this person look at what I was making? That's kind of creepy.
I'm creeped out, man.
Oh, enemies now. Alright. Nothing interesting there. Okay, 2-hit kill, not too bad. Must have been another one snuck up behind him. Oh, they respawn really quickly. I don't know how much we need today. Oh man, these guys are way too quick. Let's try this, see if it's any good. Alright, it is. Wow, no health. Interesting. Alright, well, that's a great game. Alright. I kind of read a little bit of it this time, and it said I should buy something, so... Alright. Let's see, we have 200, so... A shield. What, are we playing, KOTOR? This reminds me of KOTOR. Alright, well, let's get a gun. And a shield. And that's good enough. No belt. Okay. Now we should do better this time. There's not a save. Or is there like... Oh, interesting. It feels really old to have a save in the menu itself. I usually just have you save like at a special location because it feels more interesting to me. Let's see how well we do now. Still takes them 2 hits to die, and we don't have much defense still, so that's weird. That is weird. I expected things to go a little bit easier now, but suppose not. Right, that way is taken care of. Nothing there. I'll just keep using this because that at least makes it a little bit more easier. Too bad we can't get like health potions or something. I'm not going to go any further because we'll be killed immediately. I'm just going to see if I can buy some health potions or something. Okay. Mana go, what? Okay, so there is stuff to buy, not go. Let's just get 4. What are you? What's over here? Uh-huh. Can we just go into everybody's house? Okay, then. Still kind of surprised I went to the right place the first time. Not surprised, but it's still kind of interesting. Isn't that where I'm going? The deep mines when I go here? There we go. This layout reminds me of, what's the game called? It reminds me of Harvest Moon mine system. Simple enough. Well, I got all the stuff that I can get. So, what now? Damn it. I hate fighting in games. Especially in these kind of games. I'm more a fan of like action battle systems, you know, something actually fun. And this game is very difficult. Alright. Surprised we made it out of there. I have no idea what to do now. So you were able to heal me. That's nice. But I don't have... Who do I give this ore to get more money? Is this where I go for that? Okay, I guess not. Thought that's what he was talking about. No, I don't want to talk to her. I guess. What's this place? I don't really need anything. Gulo? Interesting. Anyways. Okay. I'm confused. Can't go that way.
I'm confused.
Well, I guess that was it. I can't go there, so... Yeah, I suppose that was the game. I can't get anywhere else. I tried talking to everybody. I mean, I'll try talking to the dude in here, but I'm guessing I'm not gonna get anywhere. Yeah, okay. Well, that's it looks like. I will say that I like that the story was similar to mine. In some aspects, that it's interesting that there's an art style. Alright. Here's the next game. The Master's Treasure. Let's see how this one goes. Nice. These are starting to just record properly now. It's almost as if I'm getting back into the swing of things. Let's check out this game. Looks like another game that went with mining, just like... I'm guessing we all went with mining, honestly. It's much easier. It was, I think it was the most highest rated one. Everybody kind of went with the same story. Never mind. .3D? Technically not, but it's a 3D camera angle, top-down view. Yeah, when I saw images of this, I almost didn't even, like... I almost didn't even turn my game in, because I was like, well, my game sucks. But, you know, whatever. That's alright, I don't mind. Why would I mind? Alright, well that, I have no idea what just happened. I think we just bitched slapped some guy for whatever reason. Oh, you just can take anything we want. Okay. I'm guessing this is where the enemies are, so let's go to the other direction. Saw some stuff that way. Actually, yeah, I figured so. I played enough Sierra games to know how to play a game. Interesting. Oh, enemy over there. Diamond, great. I could care less. Did you know that what is the proper name for them? Astrophysicist, perhaps? Either way, the people who study planets and such, apparently they found a planet that is made entirely out of diamond. And they said it's worth like more than trillions of dollars, the whole planet. Yeah, I figured we'd be able to push him. I wanted to see, though, to make sure. That's kind of mean, but whatever. I'm guessing this isn't a nice world. We need 2 boards to get there. Okay. So let's go back down. And now finally go the way I had originally did not go. Oh, cool, I can run. That's good to know. Pretty sure everybody was yelling at me to do so. Wait, can I get this without being attacked? Good. Good enough, yeah. Sad it was made in RPG Maker, but I don't know how. It looks like it was made more in Unity or something. Two rope and 4 boards. Okay, it's gonna take a while till we get there. Random person just flaming stuff away. Magic ring? I guess that's cool. We have so much torches and pickaxes. I don't know if they actually even matter. So can we even do anything with these? Guess not. I guess this is like treasures. And these are usables? I don't know. Alright. Dynamite needed for something. Wonder what that could possibly be. Alright, let's go back down here. Apparently, this isn't where the monsters were, so let's go see what's up here. Oh, I guess not. So, what do I need to get a sword to defeat the enemies? Oh, guess I already had them. Yeah, okay, I get it. Either not able to get the sprite needed or ran out of time. A key, huh? I didn't need that pickaxe at all. He just used magic. Yeah, I'm guessing it's not that kind of game, bro. Alright, well, we got what we need to fix stuff. Cool. That's wondrous. Lots of treasures that I'm guessing we're not going to get any of. That's harsher than my game. Oh wait, let's fix this. Gold. Who needs it? Well then. What's here? Nothing? A key, huh? Wow. Finally getting places now, aren't we? So where was that? Oh, I remember where it was at. I believe it was this next room over here where we can get to it. Up here. Yeah, maybe not, but whatever. Alright, got another diamond. That's cool. Ah, so I wasn't able to come over here from that other end anyways. Well, whatever. Let's go back up here. I think I missed something. Or possibly wasn't able to get somewhere. Can't quite remember. Ah, yes. The wood. Ah, the crown. Yes, I'm guessing we're done. I think I'm the only one who set my game up to be half an hour long. I was going to play these games for half an hour each, but most of them didn't even last that long. Alright, got everything. A dragon? How boring. At least there's an actual ending, though. Unlike mine. Alright, well, that probably is my favorite one so far, to be quite honest. Yeah, I think, yes. I think that should suffice for a rating. Anyways, to the next game.
The next game.
There we go. Got it working. Well, let's just start. Whoa, what's this? Are we playing King what is it called? Damn, it's been a while since I played it. I don't know why, but it kind of reminded me of Civilization 5. Civ 5. Okay, so we just move. Is this a pill or a submarine? Okay, let me just go. Or exit the game. Okay, so I just went the wrong way. Alright, I'm understanding this much more now. Cool. I guess I don't have to get all of them. This is an interesting idea. I have no idea which theme they went for, though, to be quite honest. I don't think we're getting any money from this. You're not mining anything. You're just attacking. Alright, well. Okay, we're gonna quit that game. That was weird. I kind of don't understand what that was for. Let me read the page. See if what it could possibly be for the theme. That's the one that could oh, pirates. Good. I remembered. That was pirates. Whew. As you can see, this is the next game, but I actually already have it opened. So, let's go and check that out. Oh, and I can full screen it. I wonder if it'll actually record. Oh, good. That's nice. Alright. Story stuff. Interesting. So basically, we work at an insurance company or something.
Country Farm Insurance. Frank Frogerton speaking.
Frank, it's Carter. I need to see you in my office right away.
Sure thing. I'll be right there.
Didn't expect that.
That was fast. I have 3 case files for you today. They have all been red flagged for fraud. You're our best investigator, so I'm handing them off to you.
Don't worry, sir. They're as good as...
I don't think I need to remind you that a fraudulent payout costs...
This guy talks really slowly.
I'm aware, sir. Give each case the due diligence it deserves. Hey, Frankerino, what can I do? I was wondering if you remember selling a policy.
Well, that at least helps me. I don't have to talk at all now.
Oh, hell, I
It's
remember
great.
this old boy. He was a real... His personal injury claim was... Does he seem... Hell, could be.
I should go and get some. Oh wait, that's right. I didn't put my fudge away, so I can take some. Nice. Alright. So we don't work. What are we doing? Let me look at my items. Here's another game I'm trying to figure out what theme they went after. Definitely not pirates this time. Definitely not alien escape thing. In fact, I don't think anybody has done that. I think I was going to be the only one, but I couldn't get that working. So then I went to a different game idea, and then that definitely didn't work. So the third game is what I went with. But what is this? Which theme is this going after? Not pirates, not aliens, not mining. I guess it's money, but it kind of doesn't feel like it. I mean, it's talking about electricity and tires and stuff that kind of don't make sense to me. I'm confused. What does this do? Anyways.
Mighty Mud. That's over on Flyspeck Boulevard.
Alright, well. Okay.
It's odd the glass is on the outside of the store and not on the inside. Though I suppose it could have fallen after the window was broken.
Hello, sir. Are you a junkie?
Peace, my brother. Love. Well said.
Alright. Let's talk to this guy.
Good morning, sir. My name is Frank Frogerton, and I'm with Country Farm Insurance. What take you so long? I called last night. This hole in window, no good. Flies get in all over the food. I understand, sir. That's why they sent me. Can you tell me what happened? I come in yesterday morning. Window shattered. I rush inside. I check safe. Money gone. All my money I work hard, gone. Where do you keep your money? Where else? Safe. Would you mind? Sure, no problem. You look. Whoever opened it must have had a key, because the area around the keyhole is unscathed. There's a number of the safe company here. Let me jot this down.
Looks like we have to ask the guy if... looks like we'll have to ask him if he's missing a key or something.
Could you want... These are some pretty deep tire marks. They must be at least half an inch. This container is covered with graffiti.
Yeah, sure, why not? Let's just take pictures of everything.
These are some pretty deep.
Alright,
Really safe. Good morning. This is Frank Fred. What do you want? How many? Hold on, let me check. Would it be? That's impossible. I make the keys myself. The only one.
and you could go to a store to get that stuff taken care of.
Sure, no problem. Peace, my brother. My name is Frank. I'm everywhere at all. Were you here? Now slow down, man. Don't try to. Did you see? I heard some gate close and a loud slam. Then I heard some. I think
Oh, I am thoroughly confused, everybody. I really am. I have no idea what's going on.
I think I have all I need here. You have. What do you keep in the container? Container is empty. I used to store the back stuck in there, but do you? I know, rights. You. Don't forget check.
Strange we can't choose the places we want to go to. Not sure why we're home now, but okay.
Hello, sir. Far out, man. I'm here to follow up on your. There's just a few. Could you do me? Right. This. Sorry about the mess, man. It's like. Hey, you're all right for an established. Now. Oh, that. How? I forget. You don't? My days kind of blur together. You know how it is. I'm on some pharmaceutical. I do believe. Do you mind if...
Kind of gave me the next case file without me checking it out firsthand. So now I have to see what it says. I have no idea what is going on here. It feels like a made-up job also.
I doubt this. Looks like...
Alright.
Thanks. I'll have to keep an eye out for him when I better...
Indeed. I'm starting to think that the voice acting isn't really voice acting, but just like a program where you can just type in the stuff you want the program to say, and then you just choose a voice.
We just talk, sir. Frank Frogerton? Oh, do you remember? Of course I do, man. I take it. My doctor said I should wait 30.
Indeed.
I visited with Abdullah. I'm fairly certain, Mr. Nehra.
Do you have... How...
I still need more
You should head over to the precinct and talk...
Oh boy. I'm still not sure which theme they went with on this one.
What do I owe the pleasure? I have some... The front window is broken, but the glass... You miss your... I called the really safe company, and they told me there's... So that means...
Can't really just rob yourself. Doesn't make sense.
There is a graffiti-covered storage container. I think we have...
It's much easier to get warrants nowadays, but whatever. But you need to go to a judge to get one.
Who's your friend? You... Good afternoon. Mr. Nehra, I have a... Why would you do that? Yeah, I lost... I'm fresh out of cards. Who's your friend? You bring... Mr. Nehra, why would you...
Well, I don't like that. Once you do that once, you should, like, set it to something else afterwards.
I already lose money in safe and from window. Send the bill to the... Okay. Money is in container. No, I'm afraid. Okay. You open... Who are you fooling? I see all the time on news about... Mr. Nehra...
No offense, but I don't really like this game. I'm Not really having a good time here.
So,
Is this
I'm afraid.
Who are we supposed to talk to?
Frank,
you must be?
I'm sorry, sir.
I'm lacking electricity in my office. My brains need height. Once I get my
Would you mind?
good luck. Grand.
That makes.
There's an insurance agent in my bathroom. He's going to give me.
I'm an old.
No, please.
What do I look?
I swear, as soon as I get this.
It's your lucky day. I'm feeling kind.
Oh,
We'll be back. There seems to be some. I.
it's probably.
It's a.
I'm.
I.
Alright, what do we gotta do now?
I better read over them.
Wow, that's great.
Country. I.
Alright, I can't handle anymore, I'm sorry. We're done with that. Pete the Redemption, let's start. I guess we had to click on the mouse.
Yo, is that Home Slice? My man.
More voice acting, that's weird.
Oh, hey man, what's up?
It's just a game jam, you don't have to
Did
do
you think I
that.
forgot about that you stole from me? How about I kill you right now? What do you say? What are your thoughts on that? Huh?
No, I'm sorry.
Home Slice, you are pathetic, and I'm ashamed to know you. The only reason I don't kill you right now, even though you owe me tons of money, is because I'm hoping that you will have a slightly more dignified death out there in the world, not peeing your pants and crying in front of me. You used to be my friend. What is this? Come on. Look, I'm gonna give you my gun because I feel so bad for you. And you just try to make a positive difference of this. Okay, bye.
I tried using this game engine, but it was not very easy to use. How do you, like, shoot? It didn't... It said how you, Oh, there we go. I don't understand this game. But it's kind of interesting, so... I'm guessing we can't go into buildings.
Hello, Officer Nut.
The controls are very awkward, though. Hello? Let me quickly check online to see if they have like something for this that can make me see what the hell it is. 'Cause I don't know what the... Oh, there we go. It does have the controls. These are weird controls. Damn. That's to jump. That's the only one that actually kind of makes sense. That is the weirdest button for interact.
Hey. I see you are busy fighting aliens that have invaded our world. Help you, even though I am a criminal and you are a cop. We care about the streets in our own way. Yep.
Okay.
No, I don't do drugs. I get my power. My power is pizza power. Pizza time. That's my power. Like what?
This game is really weird.
Hello, Officer Nut.
Don't like how you have to do everything all over again, though.
I see you are busy fighting aliens, even though I invaded our world and you are a cop. We care about the streets in our own way. No, I don't do drugs. I get my power. My power is pizza power. Pizza
Alright.
time. That's my power. Like what?
So what do we do now? So maybe now that we have this, which I already knew about, because I was hitting buttons trying to figure things out, maybe we had to go back here and find something to do? No? Strange. Okay, well, I hit the interact button on the door. That didn't work. Where the hell do we go? I would say that we need to go that way, but... Oh, okay. That was really awkward and unintuitive, but kind of cool. Why do these sounds remind me of Terraria? When you hit the slimes. What do we do now? Oh, we can go up. Take that, bitch! Good thing there's no fall damage. This is gonna be very difficult to, like, figure out. Yeah, I don't know how much more I can handle of this. Starting you like hella far away is so 1980s and early 90s. Let's just ignore most of the enemies. That's what I like to do in games anyways. Alright. Sometimes the slowdown doesn't work. Could also turn around, that would work too. I did not think this would work out this way, but I couldn't see anywhere else to go, and I'm like, hey, let's touch that object over there. Oh god, not flying objects. Okay, well, if it's just gonna keep bringing me back to the same spot, this would have been a more fun game if I could actually play it. Yeah, it's been a while since I played a side-scroller game. But, yeah, I don't know what the premise of the game was. I don't know what the theme was. Or, well, I mean, I could understand the theme. It was basically fighting monsters. But, I don't know what the theme was. Wait, let's exit the game and go back. Talk about it here. So I don't know what the theme was based on the, the Game Jam's themes. So yeah, that was interesting. I'm not sure how long I played that one for. Way less than the other one. Full screen. Well, let's just make sure it's recording it. Yep, okay. Bring music down to 80, and that down to 60. Wajdi, thank you. Shift, run, yep, makes sense. X for flashlight, that's a little awkward, but okay. And, yep, a miner. Okay, we're mining. A mining game, spacebar though. Cool, let's go. Oh, I feel like I just took LSD. I don't know, man. This looks like some nightmare version of Minecraft so far. I see the blocky grass. Are we that bubble? Or is that just like, I don't know, guiding kind of light? Hey, that's clever, Gemeralds, I get it. Hello. Where's the jump at? Hey, what are you? Oh, so we can only walk up this way. Yeah, but there was an enemy there. Alright. Can we mine the cat animal? cool, we've been captured. Oh look, they did mine and alien abduction. These people went with my original idea. Yay! So that's kind of cool. So far I played 2 games that kind of went after the idea I had, but I wasn't able to do. I will say though, I have no idea what I'm doing. I can hardly see. This texture is not the type of stuff I like to look at. And they really want to protect that, so that must be integral to escaping. Yeah, they're all congregating around it now, so... Oh, never mind, that was a distraction. I've never played a game like this before in my life, though. This feels like what 3D games would have looked like in the 80s. The late 80s. I think I got everything. Yeah, I'm okay with that because I know where my ship is now. Wow, they caught me right away. Oh, so it's random. Really? I was right there, but okay. Man, they sure like to fuck me over. Alright. I don't remember the layout being like this. So I'm in a different area? Interesting. Why did their footsteps still sound like we're in that, their spaceship? Oh, well, we're now in Silent Hill music area. And those guys are annoying. Yeah, but I was supposed to go to the ship. I want to see what I can get from that stuff. Probably nothing, but it still would have been nice to see. Why do I need to go to the ship? I didn't get everything. I'm still not fully understanding what's going on in this game, I'll be quite honest. It's so abstract, so like drug-induced. It's kind of creepy. I feel like this is like what a drug episode is like. Ah, I've been captured. How lame. Come on, run. Alright, so I think we have like 2 more of the gems that we need to get on this planet, so let's go and find them again. Here we go. It takes so long to get them. Alright, here's another one. Oh. Well, no chance to run away at all.
It's kind of annoying.
I'll try to give it 10 more minutes, but if I'm already getting bored of it, then I'm pretty sure everybody else is. Good God, these guys get you really easily. Come on, run, let's get this over with. I think that's it. I'm bored, everybody else is bored. I think it's time to stop playing. I know what that game was about, at least. I know that they went after the mining theme and the alien escape thing, but alright, so this is another game that needs to be played in the browser, so we're gonna do that. There we go, that should be good. So, as you probably already noticed, this game is called Healer Needs Money for the Ultimate Sword. So, it's kind of obvious that this person went with needing money. So we gotta fight enemies and find loot so our character can buy a weapon. It's kind of funny that a healer needs a sword, but I kind of find that interesting. Alrighty then. That's a lot of money. Oh man, it's a maze? Hell yeah. I love mazes. Down, bow, 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 bow. I want to look for all the chests first before I fight any enemies. Much easier money. Alright, so there's some money over this way. I'm guessing it's a random amount of money. Let's start some fighting. Anything here? Strong attack. Magic, a bunch of healing. So let's just go with a strong attack. Anything interesting in here? Oh, we all get to attack. Nice. Did not think that would be a thing. Thought they would just randomly attack on their own. Let's try this. What does this person have? Fire? I'm gonna quicken movement. What does this do? Okay. Cool. That took a long time. Let's go with this one. Let's go with none of those apparently. Let's do a normal attack. And then let's go with... Let's see what that does. And then... Oh, okay. That was a lot quicker that time around. Yay, chest. Hello, sir. No, let's go with magic for her. We're gonna try this again. And you are gonna try that. And you are gonna try that. And you are gonna... Nothing. Okay. I think I'm getting into the swing of the game. Of the fighting. A lot of dead ends. Alright, let's go and get this stuff. Your turn to go, dude. Your turn. Let's go with special. Strong attack. Special again. Strong attack. Magic. Fire 3. Yeah, I didn't bother attacking because I figured that would take care of him. I'm guessing this is the enemy. A new enemy, I should say. Special. What's this? Nope. Strong attack, please. We'll take out that creature first. It'll probably be the most powerful. Dual attack. Yep. I figured it would be the weakest one. Starlight, good song. Slash. Decent guitar player. Special. Strong attack. Yeah, that guy took a lot. Alright, that's where we first... This is where we first started, so... Let's take this guy out. And not on a date. Fight! Magic. Starlight. Special. Strong attack, I believe. And you can have... that. Oh. Alright. There's a chest down here somewhere. Oh, a king, huh? Let's fight him later. Although it's royalty, so they're pretty much a pushover. Usually. Let's take this guy out. magic, starlight, special, dual attack, please. Special and okay, we're done. This game is easy. If this wasn't a maze, I probably wouldn't like it as much, to be quite honest. Strong attack. That must have been a really strong attack. Your turn. Fight. Magic. Starlight. Special. Strong attack. Special. Sweep. There we go. Usually only takes 3 hits to take these guys out. I think one of the main reasons why I'm liking this, other than it being a maze, and I love mazes, is that it feels like you're collecting something, and I'm what some would call a collectible whore. I like getting collectibles, they're fun. Some people are achievement whores. I don't care about achievements. I mean, they're kind of cool, I guess, but nothing quite as nice as collecting stuff. Oh, there's a chest over there. Let's get to this guy first. Bow, 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 bow. Here you go. Strong attack. Strong attack. Fire. Alright. Alright, if I go this way, yep, here we go. Let's take you out first. Starlight. Strong attack. Nothing on that, I guess, so attack. Or nothing, yep. We're just like zipping through this, destroying everybody. It's amazing. There's a lot of enemies in the game. I have a feeling I'm not gonna be getting them all before I stop playing. $10,000? Oh, I'm actually almost close to it. Amazing. I just need like a few thousand more. 3,000 to be exact. I think this loops. At the very least, the up and down loop, which I believe is called vertical. Alright, let's give you some starlight. Strong attack. Strong attack for you as well, and that should be good. Unless one of them misses. Alright. Alright, let's go and fight this guy. Fight, magic, starlight, strong attack. We're gonna go with things that work. Oh. I'll use fire too. Does this loop? Yeah, it loops vertically at the very least. No worries, we'll be getting that sword pretty soon. I think that should do. Yep, 3 attacks. The last one took 4 for some strange reason, but... oh, there's a chest. Let's go and find the king dude. He should have lots of money for us. Oh, it's a dragon. Well, it's a dragon, so it definitely should then. Wait, not a fire. This is a dragon. Let's paralyze it. Strong attack. This should take a little bit more than the rest. I don't think fire would hurt a dragon. Alright, let's just keep attacking with that character until it's no longer paralyzed. Then we can go and paralyze it again. There we go. And now we have enough. Yay, we did it. Okay. I thought that was going to be the end. Skill menu. Teleport. Skill menu. Teleport. Coolio, homie G. Fight. Magic. Starlight, of course. specials. Strong attack. Strong attack. Let's go with Flame 2. Or would Quake be better? I don't know. That did 222. Strong attack. Strong attack. And then let's try Quake for her. Yeah, that is slightly better. Down, bow, bow, bow. Wow. Special. Let's go with dual attack, since I have the ability to do so. Starlight. Casey, why are you so slow? What does this do? Who cares? When I play RPG Maker games, I always go for the offense. Sweep costs slightly more, so it's probably slightly better. I should actually look at the cost, because that'll let me know which is better. I can't use any of those, so... Oh, that's good to have. This costs less than this, though, but it's more powerful. Let's see what that one costs. That costs almost as much as the other one. Oh, that's really good damage. Oh, wow. Well, I guess that means I won. Yeah. I'm gonna be so embarrassed if it like has some game breaking stuff in here though. Just so in case anybody doesn't know this, you can press N and you can hide the needs system. I didn't have enough time to put that into the game itself. I only put that onto the page, the credits on the page, because, you know, some people are really anal about not having credits in a game for some weird reason. I personally don't care. But the controls I feel like should probably have been in the game. So, anyways, originally you were going to be able to talk to every single person in the game, but that didn't turn out to be. The rent doesn't have actually any negative effects. That cracks me up. I forgot about that. So the best thing to do for this game, originally there was loans in the game, but that doesn't work out very well anymore. What should I get first? I forgot. I am timed on this. If I don't get there enough, I will be forced to work. So actually, first thing to get is you want to get that, and if you have any money left over, you'll want to buy the energy drinks, which I don't. You can go back and forth. I find that it doesn't matter if you get the helmet first or if you get the drinks first. Yeah, we're late. Now we owe 50 more. Yep. So I'm gonna get rid of that. And now let's see what our work orders are. Cool. To be quite honest, none of that actually matters. So I originally had like boulders falling down on top of you. And you would have to try and dodge it, and that's why you needed a helmet. But I couldn't get it to work properly. Sometimes the boulders looked like they just hovered in the air above you. So, yeah, it was really annoying. I accidentally got the crappiest pickaxe, which is a bad thing. You want to rent the most expensive one, because even though you'll owe more and you'll go into debt, it's better to get the better one, because then you can actually go down to the second level and get the iron. In fact, that's the only way you can get down there. And also you go faster. You go really fast once you have the highest level. I remember what I was gonna not say. It was about the story. I won't say what the basic story was about. I will show off in the game what you can do. I'll probably have to restart that though, because for some strange reason the game time is much slower than it's supposed to be. Basically, each day is supposed to take 10 minutes. Because I was like, you know, you only need to do you can't do any more than half an hour for the game jam. A 30-minute kind of game. And so I wanted there to be 3 days, and I was like, okay, each day is going to be 10 minutes. And so I kept doing the calculations and recalculating to make sure that from 6 o'clock to whatever would basically you're up for 16 hours, and I was trying to find a way to make those 16 hours last 10 real life minutes. So let's get our needs back. And this is why you should get that. I think I forgot to put in a energy replenish. Oh wait, no I didn't. I'm sorry. I hope you guys found this out. Rest. And then you just fall down and you start resting. You're supposed to see it go up each minute, but as you can see over here, the minutes don't go up while this is going on. And I probably should have put as you see though, you go halfway up. It's not that great, but it's alright. You can do that every 2 hours. I only did that because I thought it was a cool mechanic, by the way. And also, I did it because it made sense. Like, they're not gonna be completely terrible to you. So yeah, instead of fighting in the game, I added needs. And the energy is the actual only one that has a negative effect. The body doesn't really matter. These all go down. in time, but yeah, so you can actually break them. This is one of the few that will actually give you gemstones. And I won't tell you where the rest are. Unless I changed it. Did I change this one? I can't tell. I mean, I could look at the game files and see, but I don't want to do that. Yeah, that game time sadly is too slow. I really did thought I had fixed that, but whatever. We were able to... oh, that's weird. I'll have to check to see if I can do that right after another, like, twice in a row, because I was supposed to not be able to do that until 10:40, I believe it was. Let me try that again. Okay, so at least there is some kind of wait time. It's supposed to be 2 hours, but not sure if anybody did find that out, because I never even explained it. I'm not too big on tutorials in the first place, but whatever. This game I find to be not bad, but very cringy. I cringe because I'm a perfectionist and it's not perfect. It's nowhere as close to what I wanted it to be. But I love the music. But that's another thing I will add. I kind of forgot to change the music in here. I wanted it to be a more dungeony, one of the dungeon music. And slow as usual. I think I actually said you can rest there. It hasn't been 2 hours. It hasn't even been 1 hour yet. Yep, so it's not quite as long as it's supposed to be, but it's still kind of decent. I guess. It's not as annoying. 2 hours would have been way too much. I don't know how long I've been playing this already, but I feel like it's been longer than 10 minutes. No, it hasn't. It's almost been 10 minutes, though. Almost been 10 minutes. And you're not even done with the work day. So, yeah. I will be honest. I started the game on November 1st. The first idea I had, I mentioned about that one deep dark whatever, the 3D game from a isometric viewpoint where you had to escape aliens and go to this weird Minecraft world. That game had one of the very original ideas I had, but not fully. My original idea was that I was gonna make a 3D game. And the 3D game was going to take place, I'm not exactly sure when, but when pirates were a thing. And so it was going to be a peaceful seaside village that did have a mine, but they didn't really use the mine in a more business-oriented way. It was just like what they needed. And it was very, very nice place. Let's see if I got any gems from that. No, I did not, but I got some copper ore. So, originally, so yeah, it was a 3D game that you were, one day the pirates, had went to your hometown when you were a kid, younger kid. You were supposed to be playing a 15-year-old kid who is mining, and he was originally like this scrawny kid, and just because this place sounded perfect, you know, like money was no big deal, doesn't mean that people weren't assholes, and you just still didn't have kids who like pushed others around. So you played a kid who was always being pushed around and protecting his best friend, who was a girl, because, you know, you gotta do that. You always have to have that kind of storyline in the game. And, oh yeah, and there's no lunch hour in this game. You get a few breaks, that's where you rest. You're supposed to be able to rest every 2 hours. You work from 7 to 5, but you never got lunch, you never got to eat. If you had an energy drink with you, that's what you got. You only ate once a day in the game. Strangely enough, okay, still no gyms, strange. So you can kind of see, I hope my mouse is being, okay, this is going to be look a little weird, but okay, so yeah, the mouse is being captured. Just wanted to make sure. So this stuff you can definitely see is going down, but it's going down way slower than it's supposed to. And I think that's because I must have miscalculated the time, which kind of sucks. So, as you can probably tell, I always think things through epically. I want things to be really epic, so that was my original plan, was that you were in the mines, you now have pirates who are on land, no longer going port to port, no longer pirating other ships, they're mining, and they're very harsh, but you eventually find out you find out that that's not what they wanted to be. Like, yeah, they're kind of rough and gruff, but they never really were that rude or violent. Although they were never really technically violent. I never really planned them to be violent. They just were very hard. They worked you hard. Very stern. Eventually you stand up to them, and you don't kill them, although I kind of was implying that that's what would happen, that you were gonna try. At least you threaten them. Anyways, you go back from that work day, you give up all of the things you had mined. It's gonna be a lot more rougher than this game, because anything you get over your work orders you were allowed to keep. So, because I found that I made the money too extreme, but I didn't want to change that. I was like, you know, this actually makes more sense. Which is something I'm going to come back to eventually, to talk about. But I want to explain the cool ideas I had, because I personally find them interesting. So after the little mining experience, you find out that these pirates were being coerced to do so. They didn't want to, but they were being coerced by aliens. And eventually they were not able to get the resources they needed. They weren't getting enough. Either pirates were stealing stuff for themselves, or they weren't working the people hard enough, even though, you know, they didn't want to work them as hard as they already were. So you wake up to a very like stormy weather. That was one of the themes that barely missed it, by the way. So there was going to be under stormy weather. You're going to wake up, it's foggy the next day after you mined. You're going to get ready for work, and then you find that everybody's gone. And then, or no, that's not how it was. You wake up to hearing people screaming and they're being taken. No gyms, really? Yeah, you're supposed to find some of those flawed gyms. I think that was one of the gym things. No, I'm looking at the ore, because there's three different things. One of them gives you only the basics. So let me show you. So one of them only gives rocks and flint, and another one only gives either rocks or copper. And then others, another will either give you rocks or one of the gems. And I can't remember which one the gem is. So yeah, you would wake up, you would see the people being disappeared. That's not proper English. They are disappearing. You try to save your friend, but she disappears as well. And eventually you try fighting it, but you disappear as well. How many times can I say disappear? Drinking game. So you eventually wake up, find yourself on a space shift. And that's where you would that is where you would have to try and escape, and then it basically was actually going to become a horror game. That way all four themes were going to be represented, because I was like, I'm going to be epic. I'm going to do all four. It was also needing money too. I also had that set up. I was going to do that. So it's basically like this game, but there were aliens and pirates. I quickly realized I wasn't going to be able to find anything for a 3D pirate character model. I can't art at all. Art is basically magic to me at this point. And so I was like, I cannot do the pirate thing. I couldn't find any kind of alien assets for free because I'm also poor. So I couldn't buy any of the assets, and I couldn't find any for free. So I was like, this isn't gonna work, sadly. My next idea was actually mining and needing money. This is where I kind of came up with the need system. This game is basically the first two ideas combined. So the second game was a western. It was gonna, take place in the 1800s. And oh, that's right. So it's gonna be a western. It would have no pirates. There's gonna be a lake, but that's it. There's gonna be no pirates, no aliens. Maybe like people talking about them, like I saw an alien. But other than that, you weren't gonna actually. You weren't gonna be a part of a spaceship, there wasn't gonna be any alien stuff, there was no pirate stuff. There might have been a stormy weather a little bit. I was gonna reference that. But there's gonna be a need system and mining. And a lot of the stuff that you see in this game was gonna be in that, except for it's gonna be a western, and you had a horse and you were able to ride it to the town. which I had the horse, I had the town. I was gonna be able to do some of the things, but I realized, first of all, the sky looked horrible. I could not get... I'm very bad at lighting in a 3D game. Like, I can't do lighting for some weird reason. Something I did not think about back then, I might have, but I can't remember, was the fact that I could not find any free assets for Western people. So that was going to be a problem. Probably the biggest problem. I mean, I could have probably just made it that there was nobody there and you were the only one left. I guess I could have kind of mentioned that aliens abducted all the people in the town and you were the only one left, but that kind of would have not made sense. Kind of would have been boring. So I kind of gave up on the second idea. I still like the idea of a Western game, you know, but didn't work out. And so here we are now, you know, with only 9 days left of the game jam. This is what I came up with. Imagine what this game would have looked like if I came up with the idea of just going with 2D right away. The time would have been perfect. The need system would have been great, actually. And this whole mining system would have been much cooler than just a simple... As you can see, there is effects, there is sounds, so there would have been a little bit more than that. I was going to have your character swing at it. You would have saw that as well. Alright, this still is not giving you the gems. This is about the time you're supposed to get off from work, actually, in the game. There's a parallel process that runs all the time and makes sure that the hour is at 17. And once it hits 17, it's supposed to bring you back here. There's supposed to be a speech. He's supposed to say, hey, give us all the things you are supposed to give us, which, as you can see, I do not have. I mean, I have all the rocks. We would have been able to keep the one that's over. We do not have all the flint, but I was mostly talking through all this, so... oh, that's another thing I wanted to mention. Since I only had 9 days, I literally just created and created and created and created, and I did no game testing until the very end. Oh, and you notice how there was a guy down here before? Yeah, that worked at the very least. They're gone now. It's supposed to be that as soon as it's 7 in the morning, they leave the place in where you live, the little housing area. A lot of the miners live there. They leave at 5. They leave at 5 in the afternoon, and they leave the house at 7 in the morning. So it's kind of supposed to simulate that, you know, the people are doing what they're supposed to do. So I'm going to show one thing off, since apparently that didn't work, and that just bumps down my own personal rating. Can't rate our own games, strangely enough, but I would have given this game like a 3 at the beginning. But now that I realized that I can't finish the day, since I can't finish the day, I realized that I'm gonna have to bump my own personal rating down. And the reason why I gave it a 3 at the beginning is because I knew that it wasn't even close to finished. Well, yeah, this is the only basic story I gave to the game that is in the game. Is he's like, I can't wait till I'm able to afford this place. Basically, you needed money because you were going to buy this house and impress a girl, which I never actually even put into the game. So this is where you would have been able to sell your resources, your extra resources. And everything is calculated in here, but it never works out. This kid originally was supposed to tell you that he hates having to work. He tried stealing something, but whatever. This cat is supposed to run away from you, but I didn't get it working. This guy is me. This is my actual character model I made in the game. So that's me. These are the menus. You can actually buy these foods. And they actually do restore your stuff. Beef stir fry with wheat noodles and garlic butter sauce. Meat and cheese wheat flatbread, which is basically a pizza. Different stuff there. And I'm gonna... I had to get that working out of everything, right? Out of everything. He comes onto every screen, by the way. Every screen that you can go to, he's there. There's like a little event. Does the same exact thing. I just want to show that off because I actually spent a lot more time on this food stuff than I probably should have. It just sounded really fun to me. But yeah, you can get baked eggs. Man, that's so cool. I was gonna like... I had an idea that once you're done with the day, you could just come here and be like, what do I want to have? But yeah, that's that. That's that. I believe I spent more time on that than I probably should have. Anyways, this is a very long video. I have a lot of editing to do. Anyways, hope you guys all enjoyed. This is all going to be one video. Hopefully it's not going to be, you know, this video already is 1 hour long, a little over an hour, and this one here is, both of them together is going to equal 3 hours, so I'm hoping I can edit it down to like half of that, 2 at max, which I probably can. I think I'll be able to. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed. It's been a while since I did Game Jam. Been a longer time since I did any Game Jam videos on my channel. Hope you guys enjoyed. Love you all. Peace to you. And as always, stay safe.